how are you? Oh my god, it's so good to see you guys. I know I have been everywhere, y'all. First of all, I've been fighting a cold, okay? It's finally almost gone. Thank God to my husband, because listen, this is the struggle. When you're pregnant, you can't take any medication. So it's a struggle. However, my husband is Tanzanian, and of course he has the cure to everything. I swear to God, like he has the cure to everything. Every time you say something is wrong or something hurts or something, he's like, okay, this is what we have to do. Get this, get this, get this. All natural things. I mean, guys, like bark of the tree. This, you know, like, so I haven't been feeling too well, and he is completely taken over as the caregiver of the house. He had me take some shots of some. It was like ginger, lime, some, I don't know, grass at this point. He had me take something, and let me tell you something, it blew it out. Like it straight up came out of my system. Everybody else took it in the house and nobody else got sick. I was so happy nobody else got sick in the house, and I kept telling Hope, stay away from me, please stay away from me, because I don't want you to get sick. He was like, I'm not gonna get sick, I promise you I'm not gonna get sick, because our African medicine, trust me, I'm not gonna get sick. And he did not get sick. He did not get sick, and nobody else got sick in the house, because everybody took shots of this thing that he made, and which, by the way, was absolutely disgusting. When I took a shot of it, I felt like I was gonna die. I was like, what are you giving me? But let me tell you something. I had a sore throat one day, the next day it was gone, and then I had runny nose, I had all these other issues. You know, I definitely had, like, thank God it wasn't COVID, but I did have a really bad cold, probably a flu, and stuff like that. So yeah, so shout out to my amazing husband, who completely took over as the caregiver of the house. You know, he made sure that he was cooking. I was like in the bed for days, and he took over everything. He was working with my daughter, doing, you know, the homework and doing everything. Like, he just like completely taken over. So I am just so grateful for him. So shout out to my husband, Hope. But anyway, so I've been sick. I've been completely out of it. I was supposed to do that interview for you guys. I still haven't done it. I plan on doing it very soon. And I told you guys that previously that I had some clients here that I was, you know, really focusing on. Guys, it's just been crazy. Plus pregnancy. It's been crazy, but I'm slowly coming back. I'm slowly trying to get it together so I can be here more for you guys and post more videos like I was doing. But I really appreciate you guys being so patient with me, because let me tell you, it's been one hell of a ride. So I wanted to come on here. First of all, if you see the title, you're probably somebody who is considering coming to Tanzania, or considering coming to any African country or any country in the world, and you're at this point now where you've done your research, you've told yourself, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make this move, I'm gonna relocate to this place, and then you're so excited about it, and you have everything planned, you've done your research, you've done everything, and then you go to tell your friends and your family, and you get these negative responses. Okay, I'm here to talk to you about that today. First, I want to say I'm here with you. I'm completely here with you. It's something that we don't tend to talk about on YouTube, and I don't know why. And somebody brought this to my attention. A friend of mine brought this to my attention. She wanted me to make a video like this because she's going through something with her family. And I said, I went through that with my family, and I know a lot of diasporas who went through that with their family. So I'm here to talk to you guys about it, how to deal with it, how to handle it, and how to understand, okay? So first, I just want to say I'm here with you, okay? Do not let these people's fear make the decision in your life. You have to understand that a lot of people operate based off fear and ignorance. Okay, remember, ignorance is the lack of education, it's the lack of knowledge. So when I say ignorance, I'm not trying to disrespect your family or disrespect my family. just understand that ignorance is not a bad word. It's lack of knowledge. And that's truly what it is. So when you tell people, I'm moving to Tanzania, I'm moving to Africa, however you put it, usually the first question that comes up on their mind is it safe? How are you going to do that? Are you going to be okay out there? I'm worried about you. All of this stuff, I don't think that's something you should do. That's a selfish decision. How can you make this decision like that without thinking about anybody else? All of this stuff. Usually that's, am I right or wrong? Usually that's how the conversation goes. And what I will say is that probably is definitely coming from love. They're worried about you and they're concerned. It always amazes me how people just assume that we just up and make these decisions and we just don't, you know, think about anything else. It's like, probably by the time you're telling your friends and family, you've already thoroughly thought out everything. You've already thoroughly done your research. You've already thoroughly done everything. And now you're telling them to share your happiness. And sometimes when you share your happiness, after talking to them, you can feel down, you can feel depressed, you can start questioning yourself. Am I really making the right decision? Am I not making the right decision? You start to get all of these emotions. And I want to tell you that you are not the only one. You're not the only one. I dealt with it, okay? My sister told me I was completely selfish. I was moving my daughter away from everybody. My sister told me that, you know, I was only thinking about myself. Like, I heard it all. And let me tell you something, okay? From my experience, I saw my sister maybe like once a year, tops twice a year, okay? And I never understood, how can someone be so angry about me moving to another country that only sees me once or twice a year? And when you can see me once or twice a year in the new country that I'm going to be in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then I had to realize to myself, this is fear. This is her fear of me moving, and she's putting it on me. And whoever this person is in your life, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, whoever it is, I'm talking about my experience, and whoever that person is for you, I'm sure you can relate in some way, okay? And I also said to myself, okay, and a lot of my friends who wind up going through these things, and a lot of stories that I hear, I say, people are so concerned about you moving to another country, about, like, you hear, like, oh, is it safe, is it this, but is America safe? Is America safe? We have people stumbling up the Capitol. You got people being shot, depending on what neighborhood you in. You got people being shot every day. You got, you know, racism happening. You got people being forced to get vaccinated. You got all of these things happening. And you're asking me, is it safe where I'm going? Are we safe here? Are we safe here? Is the question. And a lot of these people who, you know, deal with the backlash of, like, you know, the fact that they're moving to another country, is like, you know, a lot of them are in these unsafe neighborhoods. And I always felt like, if you're my family member or you're a friend and you're that upset about me moving to another country, then how about you help me? How about you take me out of this rough neighborhood? How about you put me in the Beverly Hills? If you're that concerned about it, all of my worries, I'm going to tell you all of my worries and struggles and why I'm moving out. And if you really want me to stay that much, then how about you go and start paying my bills so I could be less stressed? How about you go find me babysitters so I could be less stressed? How about you get me a full-time dada, a full-time nanny, a full-time cleaner, and all of this stuff? If you ain't trying to do all of that, then do me the favor and keep those worries to yourself. And just, guys, it's not helpful. If you're that friend or you're that family member who's so concerned about the person who's moving, however, you have no suggestions, no recommendations, nothing. You knew that I was miserable for years in the state, in the country, in the house that I was in, and you've done nothing. And now that I'm trying to do something about it for myself to make me happy, now all of a sudden you have all of these concerns. Where was these concerns when I was going through hell and back? Where were these concerns? Why weren't you trying to help me out so I didn't have to move? Okay? Now, if you are a friend or a family member and someone is telling you that they are moving to Tanzania or to Africa, to wherever, What can you do to be a supportive friend or family member? Number one, you can visit them. If you're that concerned about their safety, I feel like automatically my reaction is going to be, I want to see where you're living. I want to see how you're living. I want to see how safe this country is. Because let me tell you something. A lot of the people who are concerned about you, let me tell you something. People are out here really concerned, thinking that you are in something like the Blood Diamond movie, okay? They think that there are refugees and bombs all over the place, and you out here just, meanwhile you out here with plants living your best life. How about you as a family member come out here, see how I'm living, see how I'm eating, see how I am existing, see how happy, how not stressed I am. And then decide, once you come out here and you see how I'm living, then you can decide whether or not the country is safe or not. Stop Googling. That's number one. If you're a friend and family support, stop Googling. Stop it. Stop it right there, okay? Stop Googling, because Google will scare you. You can Google that you have the cold symptoms and they will tell you you have cancer. Does that mean you have cancer? No, you still have to go to a doctor. You still have to get x-rays. You still have to get CAT scans. You still have to get all of these machineries to find out if you have cancer. It's the same thing. A lot of you guys Google stuff and then make that determination right there. Can you imagine if we started Googling stuff? We all would have cancer. We all would be dying. But no, you still got to go to that doctor, right, to find out if that lump is really cancer, right? It's the same thing. If you're that concerned about your friend or your family member, go to the country. See how they're living. See their new house. See, and then if you start seeing stuff like, oh no, then you can bring that to their attention. Hey, listen, I came out here, I visited you for 30 days, and I noticed that, I don't feel safe in this area, and something's not right in this area, and da-da-da-da-da. Then you can start saying those concerns. Let me tell you something. Friends and family, hello? Half of us is walking around nude in the garden, planting out tomatoes. Okay? That's just being real. I'm telling you right now, that's what half of us are doing. Half of us is out here preparing for lunch. Half of us is out here meditating. Half of us is out here, we just living our best lives. Okay? We sitting there scrolling on Instagram like, that's what's happening in America. Couldn't be me no more. Without a child, without tea. Okay? Let me tell you something. Stop putting your fears onto other people. I'm talking to you if this is you. Stop putting your fears onto other people. It's not right. Let people make their own mistakes. Let people learn. Let people strive. Let people be the best of them. If you want to be a supportive friend or family member, how about you send them a link to Jules on the Run on YouTube? Like, hey, make sure you watch this girl videos. Okay? Or you send them to different blogs. Or you send them, different schools maybe for their children. Like, hey, look, I know you're moving to Tanzania, but, here's this, here's some of the top schools. Here are some of the top things to do in Tanzania. Do you understand that? Be supportive. Be supportive. And it really sucks when you're the person who's actually moving and you don't have that support from your friends and family. And then guys, you will be surprised, okay? Don't judge my nails, they're coming off. You will be surprised how after you've been there for a year or so, now all of a sudden everybody wants to visit you, and now all of a sudden everybody wants to move to Tanzania with you. Everybody wants to move wherever you are with you because they see like you're living a good life and you're living a peaceful life. However, it wasn't fair to you when you decided to make that initial move and they projected all of those fears onto you. It wasn't fair. It wasn't a fair transition for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, guys, I know people who are moving out here and haven't even told their friends and family because they don't want to deal with the backlash. Be supportive. Be supportive. Even if they come out here and they decide it's not for them, they'll go back home. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or maybe they won't be supportive. Maybe they'll go to another country. try to be supportive, because it's really hard on us that people who are moving, because you know, they start telling you stuff that you haven't even thought about. You know what I'm saying? They start saying, oh, there's not lions walking around in your neighborhood. Now you thinking, oh my God, maybe there is. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about using, you know, getting some lion protection. Meanwhile, that's not happening. You get what I'm saying? Do y'all got what I'm saying? Okay? This is really important. This is really important. And if you're one of those people that you made the decision to come out here and this is happening to you, I just want to say I'm sorry, and understand that there is a community of people in the world who have moved to different places and have dealt with it as well, and you are going to get through it. Do not get discouraged. Do not get discouraged. I'm telling you right now, do not get discouraged. Do not let those people's fear come onto you. Do not get discouraged. Do not second guess your decision. You decided to move out here for a reason. Do not second guess yourself. Don't do it. Do your research. Do the due diligence to making sure that you have all your ducks in a row. And if you are at that point where you want to make that decision for yourself, it's not going to hurt you to try. You are a failure if you don't try. Do not let other people make the decisions for you. For real. Especially if you're at that point. If you're at that point where you're ready to tell your friends and family, you've thought about this for a while. This is a decision you really wanted to make. Don't let anybody else, you know, mess up the vibe, your spirit. Don't let nobody do that to you. Don't let nobody, I don't care who it is. Don't let nobody do that to you. Okay? So I'm here for you guys. Okay? If it's something that you're going through and you want to talk about it, I'm here for you guys. Like, for real. I'm here for you guys. Because it is a hard transition. And if you don't have friends and family support, sometimes it can feel like, you know, this huge weight is on your shoulder and you can't seem to get it off. And some people, they let it discourage them, and they actually wind up canceling their trips and wind up not coming because they're like, oh, well, maybe. Remember the reason why you decided to come here in the first place. Stick with that. Come out here. Enjoy growing your tomatoes. Enjoy living your life. And understand that sometimes the grass is greener on the other side. Alright? That is my message for today. I love you guys so much. Please make sure you guys subscribe. You guys share this video. Share it everywhere, okay? Let's get this channel to 10,000 subscribers. And your girl is officially back. Thank you so much for being patient with me. I love you guys. Bye.